turn into pre-lockdown. I think that's been the theme for a lot, and also like not giving a fuck from what I see. A lot of people just like, let's just party and just worry about it later.
Yes, there is some of that going on. Hopefully that we realize that we're very lucky in BC. So smarten up.
Yeah,
because
right.
our brothers or our neighbors, whatever you want to call them, is like just so crazy ridiculous in the States.
Right.
That I don't even want to talk about it. I just like mind blowing. You're like, how could like a superpower have let stuff go out of control that badly?
You know, I don't know. Maybe they're just doing. It's just like, is it like just blind ignorance? Is it like America? And then I actually had a theory. I think they're so fucking obsessed with being number one. They want to be number one with COVID infections.
Well, you know what? Maybe that's true. It's like negative press or positive press. Any press is good press. So they're like,
it doesn't.
Number one, free advertising.
What's that like? Like look good and lose, then look bad and win type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was crazy. I saw this one. I think it was a Daily Hive article. I can't remember, but it had like this black map of like North America, and it had like infrared like population density of COVID cases, and it looked like the predator vision. All the United States was just fucking red, and you just had like 4 little like laser dots of Canada, which is like BC, or like Vancouver, and then Toronto, Montreal, and then I can't remember what the other city was. Maybe it was 3 dots.
Yeah, I saw that map, and it was interesting seeing, because like when they gave the numbers of per 100,000 people, ours wasn't that far off. I was like, oh, that's not that bad, but the total number of cases, it was ridiculous. It's just because Canada, we're so spaced out nicely. Even in our biggest cities, like we're still spaced out a little bit more than there. So,
I don't know.
I won't say anything.
Well, I mean, also like the restriction loosening too, like Florida. You know, we talked about then like the WWE, and then like fucking Las Vegas. Like holy fuck,
it's just kind of ridiculous. Also, I read that some teens, I can't remember if it was Florida or what state. I'll just say Florida because they're not doing very well. So this might be a rumor, but some teens
Floridians
are playing a game of who can get COVID first.
That's
so
awesome.
They're going around and they're getting like I don't know, whatever in their group, like $100 reward for whoever gets it first. I was like, what the hell? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a gateway game. Next thing you know, they're going into AIDS and like bubonic plague and.
Because they're reading, they're probably hearing things like, oh, it won't affect us, so we just need to get tested. And but then like how many people, it's just selfish, just selfish. How many people are they interacting with and now just causing a bigger problem? No wonder there's disaster.
You know what happened to a nice wholesome game of Monopoly?
Yeah, that's a better game. Or if you want to take it, if you want to take it up a notch, even the game of Risk. Like,
I love Risk. Oh, I mean, you and I got to play some Risk. We'll be like fucking. I've been watching a lot of Seinfeld. You know that episode where like I think they're like 3 days.
Bus and everything.
Yeah. What is the first? Are they just start hunting human beings for like sport? Like it's gonna be like the Hunger Games, like or Death Race. Like, they should do Death Race. COVID Death Race. Get some. It would have to
be Death Race because they can't chase us because most of are unhealthy, so they can't run.
Right. I'm just
stereotyping.
Yeah. 800,000 horsepower, whatever. Pure American steel, blah blah blah. I'm really trashing Americans right now.
They can go straight, but not turn any corners. Anyways,
they're too sick to fight us anyways. So
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I don't even have to try to run.
Yeah, we've been doing pretty good. I believe, I'm just waiting for the commemorative Looney featuring Dr. Bonnie.
Oh my God, I bet you there will be one. Like,
yeah. Me and a client were joking, and we were saying that if they were to do like a movie of like Dr. Bonnie and stuff, that we would want Wes Anderson to direct it, and we felt that Owen Wilson would play.
Oh my God,
a really good Dr. Bonnie. And then we just went down like the roster of who would play who. Like I can't remember who we decided Bill Murray would be playing. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, he has to be in there for sure.
Yeah, I think we picked Adrian Brody as Trudeau or Luke Wilson, one or the other. I was leaning towards more Luke. I think Luke would probably be a better fit, but then like he keeps changing the cast. Like he had like Bruce Willis and like Edward Norton in the past few. So we'll kind of see. But it was a fun game we were playing. But definitely Owen Wilson is Dr. Bonnie.
She does deserve a movie and a Looney. She deserves whatever because it is helpful. I'm hoping that on her "Be kind, be safe" message that there's articles of certain strains of marijuana block some of the receptors for a COVID virus. I'm hoping that's true because, especially in BC, we'd be even more relaxed. We'd be super kind and super safe and super patient if we were all high.
Yeah, right. Well, did a stoner write that?
Yeah, well, I guess, like, I don't know.
Right?
What?
Is that just with like CBD weed selling propaganda? I want to see the source. But
Yeah,
hey,
well,
maybe because like I don't know, there's not too many people that are sick here. I don't know what's going on. I mean, especially after that protest, there wasn't really too many cases. But then Kelowna had the outbreak, and you're not coughing on screen right now, but you were there at that time.
Exactly. I was there at that time, and thank God I wasn't actually one of those cases. There's only 8 people, I think so far.
Are you out of the weeds yet? Are you out of the weeds? Because it was like July 1st to 5th, right? And then we're what? The 13th?
The 13th day. So yeah. So I have one more day.
Yeah, right. Okay, like so I don't understand. Can we clear something up? So let's say like Europe, for example, is allowing us to travel there, and then when we come back, we have to quarantine for 14 days, right? But aren't like, because I know some countries still, it's mandatory for you to do a test before you go and a test when you land. So wouldn't you have to like test when you land back to Canada? And if you test and you don't have this thing, then why would you have to quarantine for 14 days?
Maybe Canada's not doing the testing, maybe because I don't know. There has to be some kind of thing. I bet you we're not doing the testing on the way back, or
yeah. Well, I don't know.
Which is odd. Yeah, maybe we don't have enough. I have no clue. That is a good question.
Right, but then like if I have to go get a test before, let's say some of these countries before I leave, then like shouldn't by that same standard I should just take a test when I get back and not have to fucking quarantine?
Yeah, that'd be way easier, and I think more people would do it. And I have only seen and read about the bit how do they do it. I don't actually want to do it. It sounds terrible. The testing like up through your nose and everything like that. Like,
do they give
can't you just prick my finger?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, maybe there'll be better testing, easier testing in the future. I don't know.
Is there a little getting to know you phase, or are you just in there like military style, like Full Metal Jacket, just boom?
And think of how many people like you deplane, like how long it already takes as you're getting your luggage. Do they just have people go around and be like, "Oh, come here for a sec"?
Yeah, holy fuck, the luggage, Jesus! Can they do it while you're standing there waiting for your luggage? Like that'd be fucking nice. Because holy fuck, waiting for luggage, Jesus! I have a
exactly. You have to wait there anyways for 45 minutes as they. Like or longer get your stuff. So
I don't know how's it every time I'm the last asshole that has like I'm the last one waiting for the luggage.
Probably because you're the first one to check in, so they just chuck it in there, or they have like a secret message on your bag where they're just like, "Oh, this is Rob's, tuck it in deep."
They probably look at my tattoos and they like to go through my stuff,
Yeah, they're like, "This guy's definitely a criminal."
Yeah, this is the most obvious though. Like, wouldn't you know? Like,
Yeah. Well, I think even police are getting scared of stereotyping stuff like that, because like I've been in the airport since I had my tattoos and stuff like that. I don't have as many as yours, but the drug sniffing dogs, they don't make them go to me because they're probably like, "Oh, this guy will be like lose his mind if they stereotype."
Yeah, right. You just freak out.
But also those dogs are so damn cute. You almost want to like go over and pet them. I'm like, no, don't pet the dog. They have a specific task.
If it's a German fucking shepherd, I'm not going anywhere near one of those ever again. Since if anyone who's watching this right now notices the beloved Fifi is normally a special guest host, was actually attacked by a homeless person's German shepherd last week. I won't divert too much attention away from the podcast, but yeah, I mean, I just a little blurb about that. I just like funny. I had a debate actually with the girl about homeless people having dogs, and I made a case, but then it was the fucking sweet irony is the next day. With that being said, I just feel they probably shouldn't own a German shepherd because they're literally like guard dogs are trained to kill. So
they are, and I'm sure that they probably like have been trained in a certain way by their owner. Basically, if you have a good owner, probably a good pet. If you have a bad owner that's not paying attention, probably you're a bad pet. And it's not I don't blame the pet, I blame the owner.
Right? Yeah.
So yeah, rightfully so. You should be a little bit nervous.
Don't play
German shepherds.
Yeah, don't blame the player, blame the game, right? I haven't heard that expression for a long time.
Yeah. Basically. Yeah. So let me just see what I have on my little notey note.
Oh, we're prepared. We're not like literally. I think episode 1 through 12 outside of the guest host. Well, like that was I think the only thing planned. You know, we just wing it.
Well, I know we were prepared. We had like bullet points, and then we would just elaborate on that. And I just have my bullet points as well because there's just so much in my brain that I'm like, I will forget this, and I usually do by the end of the podcast.
Yeah. But yeah, Fifi was attacked. Shout out to Jill, one of our Turnfit clients, who gave Fifi this one porcelain but one bronze. He's staring at it right now. Looks like you. Looks like you. And then the girl, she has her friend like manages or works at the SPCA, and then she sent us a video clip, and there's up for adoption a French bulldog who looks and acts just like Fifi. So I somehow have to secretly try to obtain this dog because I don't think she wants me to have 2 Frenchies. But, hey,
can you imagine 2 Fifis, like Fifi 1 and Fifi 2, and they would just stare at each other intensely all day?
Yeah, right? Like the doppel, who's the evil one? I found his doppelganger.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. I think you have to try to figure out a way to get that.
Yeah, right? Oh, there he is. Look, there they are. It kind of feels like that scene in 10 Commandments with like the fucking golden bull.
He's like, hey, this looks like me. And why are you touching my shit? This is mine.
What are you doing? He's back, folks. He is back.
Okay, I have a question for you because I read an article on this. When you're out at a restaurant, do you have your phone on the table? I've been reading lots of articles about, is this rude or not rude?
No, I don't think that's rude because I find most of us, I mean, really, I think accessory dependent, right? You know, if I have a jacket, I keep my phone in my jacket, right?
Yeah, that's fair. But what about it actually being on the table, up, facing down? Do you have it on the table?
Yeah, I don't know. It's usually it's definitely face down. Sometimes I crotch ride it. Sometimes I stick it right there. It really depends on, I guess, on the nature of like the dinner. I would say, like, I mean, we're just in like evolving times with respect to technology and the way we like deliver information, number one, and work. You know what I mean? A lot of us, like you and I, for example, constantly on the phone due to work for, you know, and I mean, yeah, it really depends on individual boundaries, I suppose. So I don't know if I'm like chilling with like a buddy or something who's like also a trainer. We don't give a fuck. I'll keep my phone out. I don't know.
Yeah. I think you're right. It's a boundary thing. So I think if you state it going in, be like, hey, I have some important calls coming in. If you're with a buddy, they're like, I don't care. Like I wouldn't care. If you're on a date, I think it would be kind of rude unless you're like, hey, I have this important call coming in. Don't know when it's going to come in. But if I was the opposite end of the date or somebody wanting to pay attention, I'd be like, why are you answering that?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't find it rude at all, I guess. I suppose.
So I guess it really depends on the person and personality and boundaries. I think I found it super cool the other day, though, when I started putting more things into my calendar. I'm on iPhone, so it might be different for Android. When I was at a restaurant, it noticed that I was at a restaurant, and it said, when I got there, it said, put your phone in do not disturb mode, which I thought was super cool and a nice feature of Apple for like, and it will let you do it for like the hour that I had it set in the restaurant. I was like, yeah, now that's a considerate function. Like, cause then the phone, if you want, you can still see the message, but it's not lighting up. It's not ringing. It's not vibrating. I thought that was neat.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't know. Yeah, we're really just in a different time. I mean, I try to be like a traditionalist. If it's like a nice fancy dinner and stuff, I try to keep the phone away for sure. I mean, I'm definitely guilty of being rude, and sometimes you just can't turn work off. And, you know, especially with like, let's say like this city too that we live in, you know, it's known as one of the most expensive cities to live in. So like, hey, like time is money. And sometimes it's difficult to like, you know, turn that off, but also spend time with friends and et cetera. Right. So like, I don't find this rude. If it's like a special occasion or something, like, you know, like a special dinner that you booked, a special night. Like, yeah, to me, it's fucking rude. It's like, just put that down. Like, this is booked.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the special dinners. If it's like with your significant other or maybe your parent or whatever, like if you're like, I'm dedicating this half an hour for you or 45 minutes. Yeah. Because I see when I'm at the restaurants, lots of times the other person just sitting with their head down, another person on the phone or texting away. And
I'm and that's all. Like, why are you even fucking out? You might as well just order a pizza and watch some Netflix and just hump on the couch. Like, what is the point of this bullshit? Like, seriously, like, you know, we're just so much more further away from like, you know, traditional social interactions because of the rate, you know, I mean, we're just immersed in it now. You got this and your phones and blah, blah, and like so many different communication apps. And we're just really used to the speed of everything, not only communication, also the delivery of products, right? So it's just like our mindset's different. Like, you know what I mean? You and I were bitching about Canada Post, and like back in the day, you just sort of had to fucking eat it. You just had to shove your thumb up your ass and wait. Now Amazon, You know what I mean? We'll just trump
Has
everyone. So
set
it's
the
just
new
like,
bar. Yeah. Like,
yeah, we're just so used to things coming in so fast. Then I find like with millennials too, it's just like, you know, it doesn't fucking count unless the world fucking knows, right? This workout doesn't count unless you pose in front of a fucking mirror and let people know. The dinner doesn't taste as good unless you fucking Instagram story it. Like, fuck, right? I don't know. Like, just can we just slow down for a second? Like, I don't know.
I think the world is actually starting to slow down. I've noticed in the last few months, more and more people seem to be not posting as much. Yes, there are some people that are posting like a shit ton, but more and more people that I used to follow, I'm like, oh, now it's one post a week. I'm like, huh, it's not as bad. And then I started reading some more articles because Google and Facebook and everybody knows what to throw at you once you start reading one that's relating to the topic, was saying, don't spam the shit out of your audience anymore if you're a business owner. Before the one was like, act like CNN. Talk to them like 3 times a day, this time, and this time. Now
Oh,
it's
that
like,
model's definitely changed. I find it's like quality
yeah,
content. It's once
yeah,
every 3 days or so. I actually have had several discussions with people because like it's almost to the point where I'm like, you know, I don't care anymore. Like I get it. Like it almost turns people away, right? And then like
yeah.
the quality of the content isn't as substantial as it should be, and that's also the other thing too, right? So like, I don't know. This is a very complex topic.
Yeah, it's super complex, but I think you're right. About every 3 days to every week is probably good, depending on what platform it is. Honestly, like I used to be
I
those
hate
ones that would
Instagram. I
spam
hate
like
it.
3 times a day. I hate it.
I hate
I
it.
use Instagram because it's necessary, but I try to like post, like you probably noticed today. I'm like, oh, typed up a new blog post, post it on Instagram, and once a week I do that.
Yeah, I just, you know, for business it's cool. I might just other personal stuff. Like I don't care about your bullshit fake life you're trying to fucking create for yourself. Like half the time, like I don't, you know, like I'll watch Dan Bilzerian for that shit because I know it's legit and he's a G. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna tune into your shit. I want to watch this guy like bang like 3 chicks on a boat and, you know, not give a fuck and lose like $10 million and win 15. You know, it's just like, wow, you know, he's like the guy, right? Or like, you know, I'll watch Athleanex for fitness stuff, or I'll listen to Joe Rogan for a podcast. So thank you for the 3 people who listen, who aren't listening to Joe Rogan right now. Thank you so thank you so much. But you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I'm just ranting right now.
No, I agree. I like that. I like.
This guy's going
I
nuts,
like
by
that.
the way. Look
What's he
at him.
doing over there?
I don't know. What are you doing in the corner?
He looks super happy though. Whatever he's doing, he's like,
Yeah.
"You busted me."
All in all, you're just another brick in the wall, buddy. It's Pink Floyd. Okay, cool. Bye.
Cool.
He's referring to the notes.
I'm referring to the notes. I got so much on here. So like,
I'm just a little jacked up on Mountain Dew, so I just don't need notes.
Lots of people, probably you notice this happens because you've managed teams most of your life, and I've managed teams, and we interact with so many different business owners, and so many people are like, I'm busy. But here's the thing: are they actually busy in a productive way, or are they just busy for the sake of being busy, and they're just doing random stuff?
You mean when we're trying to sell people shit, or like?
No, not sell people stuff, but like business owners, when you see them all the time, they're always like, I'm busy. But then when I ask them, I'm like, well, what do you have to do today? They have no idea what they're doing.
Well, they're stressed.
Yeah,
that's what they actually are. Yeah,
so,
they're
so
stressed.
They're
I've said that so many times. I'm like, I'm busy.
They're in that mind state, and it's fine saying you're busy. Like I also schedule meetings for myself to do things, but I think lots of people wander around and they're not sure what the heck is going on, but they know that they're stressed.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're busy. I'd say they're probably not as effective as they should be. So they feel busy.
Yeah.
Like we all are busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you look at someone's day, unless you're doing absolutely nothing, just like, you know, banking your CERB and watching Netflix, like you're not really that busy. Or you're busy watching Netflix, you know? I mean,
maybe you have that in your calendar. Watch Netflix.
He is just
hours.
he is just like, you're in a fight with that bronze version of yourself. Okay, yeah, so everyone's
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, it's just all relative. It's just a matter of like managing yourself, I suppose.
I like that.
I'm busy.
So,
I'm busy.
Okay, yeah, you are busy though all the time.
Yeah,
that
you're
is a
busy.
true thing. I know everything that's happening. You and I are busy in a productive way because, like, again, the way we set up our days, like the way we filter our emails, like so many things have to do with it. And I would just love to teach people one day when they're like, I'm busy, and then show them the ropes, and then see if they're actually truly busy after a couple of weeks of that.
Yeah.
I think, or maybe some people like the idea that they're stressed. I don't know.
I don't like being stressed.
I find it. I don't like being stressed at all. If like, if I have nothing to do, it's a good day, which is extremely rare, but I love those nothing to do moments.
Yeah.
But I think people thrive on some kind of stress and drama sometimes in life.
Yeah, I just realized this microphone, if I cover this up, says Fifi on it. Look at that. Okay.
Does it actually?
Yeah, it does. Well, it's fine, but like I'll just cover it.
Tape up that part.
Yeah.
It's a Fifi mic.
That's my ADD. Just like, oh, there's a butterfly. Sorry, Dave, what'd you say? Yeah, I spaced out for a second.
All right, well, that means it's time for a new topic. If Rob lost his attention span,
yeah, traffic.
Most people have too.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about traffic. You had a fucking rant that you wanted to go on.
Oh yeah, the other day coming back from Kelowna was ridiculous. Like it should take 3.5 to 4 hours to get from door to door, especially during the week. It took me 7.5 hours. And why on a highway when you're going straight and there's no lanes to merge in and out, do you have to get into an accident? Like, how is that even possible?
Yeah, like you're going one way, people.
You're going one way, but I can understand because it is quite boring. I personally hate highway driving, even though it's beautiful. It's just actually too beautiful and too relaxing. I just want to sleep. So maybe they're falling asleep. I love city driving. I love the adrenaline that I have to pay attention to every second that's happening because there's so many crazy, terrible drivers in the city. But I thrive off that. I love that shit.
I feel like Winnipeg is like just one whole highway driving experience.
It is. I hate driving in Winnipeg though because like,
I think that's why I don't. Yeah, sorry, I don't. That's why I'm like I have like actually anxiety from driving because growing up there. Because like here, actually, if people say people bitch about this place. That fucking city's nuts. Like they're fucking screaming at everybody.
Okay, they do
like
have some road rage, and I've seen a couple of times where in a parking lot. Keep in mind we're the murder capital in Winnipeg. I saw a taxi driver and another guy get out with their tire irons and fight it out when I was 16. So I was like, oh my God. I was like, I am not being the witness for this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you grew up like around Garden City, like East Kildonan, right?
Yep.
Yeah, shit. You probably seen some shit. People coming from like Zach's nightclub or Saks, whatever like on.
Yeah, I've seen some crazy stuff. I've seen where when we were teenagers, flipping off people just for fun. Pulled up with their buddies 10 minutes later with 2 big vans and opening the van with knives and scaring us. I was like, oh my God, let's get the hell out of here. I saw
some gangster shit.
There's crazy gangsters out there, which they're low on the totem pole. So they don't care if they go to juvie and stuff like that. That's the scary part. The gangsters here are true gangsters where they don't want to get caught. Hello, Fifi.
Yeah, there he is.
Do you like your Fifi mic?
Yeah.
So maybe I have zero stress in Vancouver because
I know it's like fucking Disneyland. It's like they like sedated me and dropped me off in like La La Land, like reminds me of Disney cartoons in my kitchen, singing a song all the time. It's very relaxing. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
If anything, I brought the gangster to Vancouver with my subs and my cars and stuff like that to Vancouver and my rap music
with our matching
like,
Adidas
who's this
jackets.
Ghetto guy?
Yeah.
Yes, and button ups. They're probably getting out of the car. They're like, who the heck are these guys?
Yeah.
Get them back to Winnipeg.
Right. It was super funny. Everyone, the first time, I think one of the first times I met Dave, because we're both from Winnipeg, we both showed up with like the Winnipeg tuxedo, and it's just the black and white striped Adidas jacket. We both had it.
Yeah. Like instantly bonding.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. You can't be from Winnipeg and not have a Winnipeg tracksuit. I guess that's just the calling card.
Right. What's up with the fucking weather? What's up with the weather in Vancouver? What's going on? I think the rest of the world
is actually okay. Today is nice, and the last couple of days were nice, and I'm okay with just 20 and drizzle. I'm fine. I'd rather have that over plus 40 and humidity. Like it's like I don't know. Nobody's like lots of people that I know that live in Vancouver have never been in a situation where it's plus 40 with the humidity. Nor have they been in a negative 40 situation. So
yeah, no, not me, man. I want to feel like a baked potato that's reheated in the microwave. I want to just be like fucking hot and steamy. I just love that.
That's why you enjoy the saunas, actually.
Yeah, twice baked. Yeah, what about saunas? Saunas are all closed.
Yeah, saunas are closed for now. I wonder when they're gonna open up again.
I don't know. Some certain meetups must be suffering right now. Hey, what are you doing? For people who are listening and not watching, my dog is right in my face. There he goes. He just wants some attention.
Fifi loves it.
He does.
All right, we should wrap up this episode for this week. So make sure, if you haven't already, check us out, turnfit.ca/contest. We have a contest going on. Follow us on all social media platforms. That's how you enter the contest. And you could win over $2,000 worth of prizes. We got a couple of meal prep companies in there, business coach. Next month, I'll have a coffee company, a local coffee company. So I'll keep adding on to the rewards. It's not in my notes.
Which one is it?
It's not in my notes. I will have it in my notes when I throw it up on the site. I am the worst for that.
Is it Milano's?
No, it's not Milano's, but they are a good one. But if anybody can see like my notes on my iPad, like I just have notes and notes and notes. Because this brain over here, he doesn't like to retain as many things as you.
Right.
All the energy is going into this awesome beard, and I'll talk about the beard on the next episode. How to groom or how to grow a beard like that.
Yeah, I wish.
Well, stay tuned, and you'll figure it out next episode.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.